Alright, today I'm going to be making ramen noodles with mushrooms, ginger, and garlic right here, okay? So right here I have some beef flavored ramen noodles. Alright, I'm going to get this started by adding this to the boiling water to speed along the process. Alright, so I'm going to take this and add it to the water. Alright, and then I'm going to pull out the seasoning packet. I'm going to set this to the side. And of course, I'm going to eat the crunchies down in there because I'm hungry. All right, so got the ramen noodles cooking. Got me eating the crunchies. Got the mushrooms right here. These are shiitake mushrooms right here. All right, Asian inspired meal right here. So I got the shiitake mushrooms sitting over there. Okay, and then I'm going to take some garlic. All right. And I'm just going to grind it a little bit, shave it a little bit into my spice bowl right here. Scrape all that. Once I've done that, I'm going to take the ginger and I'm going to shave a little bit. Shave it a little bit more, and then I'm going to take the ginger, see it got caught up in there, and I'm going to take that and fork that in there. Alright, so now that I have that, it's time for me to heat up my pan. Alright, so I'm going to take these ingredients, toss them into the pan. I'm going to turn the pan on. Alright, I'm going to turn the pan on and let that heat up. Meanwhile, while it's heating up, I'm going to take some sesame oil. You see this right here? Pure sesame oil. You can use butter or olive oil if you don't have sesame oil. And I'm going to pour it in the pan. And I'm going to let that heatate. Alright? And while that's heaterating, I am going to go ahead and check up on the noodles to make sure how they're doing. Alright? So the noodles are about al dente. So as this is heating up, I'm just separate the garlic a little bit. I'm going to take the noodles out because I don't want them cooked past al dente, and I'm going to just go ahead and strain them. Alright, so I got the noodles straining. Alright, got the noodles straining, and then I'm going to just take the pan right here and just kind of stir fry the mushrooms, the garlic, and the ginger in the pan. Alright. And it's going to start to smell good. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see the texturation of the whole process. All right, you see that? Smelling great right here. Smelling really good. Let me tell you. All right, so once that's going on, I'm going to zoom back out just slightly. I'm going to add the noodles. All right, noodles al dente, okay, you guys? And I'm just going to stir that in slightly. And then I'm going to take some of the beef seasoning. Not going to pour all of it. Pour some of it inside. Okay? And I'm just going to stir this just slightly. Now, because there's no water in here, the mixation cannot get all the way permeated. So I'm going to take some water. Just a little bit of water in there and turn the pan up high. And this is going to allow the mixturation to permeate like all the ingredients. Alright? So that's going to cook. And I'm going to let this cook down just a little bit. The water will absorb the noodle and it will also evaporate. Alright? So I'm going to zoom in and let you see what this looks like. Look at that. Here, let me get some of the mushrooms in the mixture. You see the mushrooms starting to gravitate like a little bit right there. See how it's thickening? All right, it's frying, smelling good. You know what? I'm gonna add a little bit of crushed pepper. All right, add a little pepper, and it's about done. I'm just gonna stir it one time. Just like that. And I'm gonna turn the fire off, okay? And once the fire is off, I'm gonna get a bowl, get the noodles in there. Get the noodles, and I want to get some mushrooms in there as well too. All right, see the mushrooms don't want to go, but it's their time, all right? So I got that. Now I'm gonna get the mushrooms and put them on top, just like this. All right. Get every last bit of the mushroom out of the pan. They do not want to be in there. So once you do that, it's gonna look something like this. It's gonna look something like absolute goodness. And you can serve this with either chopsticks or a spork. All right, this is how you make ramen noodles with mushrooms, garlic, and ginger. Let me know if you have any questions.